And he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being.
Here's Levine. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Kobe, no good.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
And Walker kicks to Parsons. Henderson, no one around him. Again, the Hornets score.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Kobe kicks to Levine. Ball's knocked loose. Now Walker, he has 6. He kicks to Henderson. Diaw, the screen. Back to Walker. Passes it to Mozgov. The baseline J. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. And the Lakers call time here.
Boris Diaw, pretty unique player in the NBA. Came into the league as a passing point forward, but became a small forward and then really a 4. But he's a crafty passer and he can score a little bit from the outside. Very difficult player to guard.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Andre Bloch, he's checked in for Mozgov. Lee comes in for Boris Diaw. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Parsons. And it's Hairston in for Gerald Henderson. Now here is Robinson. It's Young on the wing. Will it go? And Bloch sends it back. They retain possession. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Hornets making a change here. Mills is checked in. Charlotte leading by 15. Pass to Hairston. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. And you look at Diaw playing the 4. Some have criticized his conditioning, but he has the size to hold his ground. That's for sure on the low block.
Yeah, you can't move him out of there. He's a good post defender because he's strong and smart. Not as good moving in space, though. Lacks a little lateral quickness. He's a below-average rebounder, so it's good to pair him with somebody that does glass eating.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. Well, that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who had the impact on a team and on the league the way Kobe has, as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in that category. In 2016, though, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Uh-oh, might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
A shot by Bloch, no good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Bloch with the screen on Robinson. Here's the 3. Hornets keep it alive. Dishes it to Mills. Tries yet again. Misses off the left iron.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it, move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Shumpert dishes to Anderson. Lakers working the ball around now. Young sets a screen for Robinson. 6 on the shot clock.
They're in a hole here, and you know they've been able to get it inside, but they just haven't converted at a good rate, Kevin.
Hairston kicks to Lee. Here's Mills. Here is Hairston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The second chance effort. Lee, that's good. And the Hornets lead by 15. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's a pick by Bynum. Young sets a screen for Robinson. Young outside. 13 feet away. Drained for 2 points. Hornets leading by 13. Watch with the screen on Robinson. Mills passes to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Lee. Rebound the Lakers. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They set the screen. Kicks to Shumpert. Feeds it to Robinson. Nick Young on the wing. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Anderson. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Mills with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lets it fly from 18. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Hornets lead by 13. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And Stephen Clark, Hornets pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused. They've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Lakers right now, Nate Robinson is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Ryan Anderson. Then there's Andrew Bynum. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. And Anderson has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. After the basket by the Lakers. A rebound by Young.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Now, here is Young. Outside for Robinson. Takes the 3. That drops. Robinson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Charlotte calls timeout. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade for coming back out of the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, David Lee is one of the more skilled power forwards in the NBA. He credits his skill level in part to growing late. He said, "I wasn't always the biggest guy growing up. I was actually a point guard my freshman year of high school. I played some wing and some at guard." Kevin, he kept those skills as he grew.
One of the best passing big men in the game, Doris. Thank you.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in LA. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
And Nick Swaggy Young, they call him, Swaggy P, never swaggier than last season. The top scoring rate of his career and some of the best efficiency as well. He had some huge nights.
The free throw drops for Lee. And Young, a good ball handler. He can get his shot whenever he wants.
And that's often, Kevin. Don't expect a lot of assists from him. This is a guy who, when he touches the ball, it's going up.
Second free throw, no good.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. He can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and it's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
Anderson kicks to Young. Outside jumper. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lee, a screen on Robinson. Mills dishes to Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall. But with David Lee and his broken wrists, often having a setback like that at an early age, Clark can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. With David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up.
Lee, a screen on Robinson. Tries from 16, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, one reason they're on top right now is that they haven't done a whole lot of what just happened there. Only a couple times have they given the ball away.
Now, here is Young. Again, Los Angeles. Hornets leading by 3. And here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And the pass to Hairston. 6 to shoot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
P.J. Hairston, an interesting case. Spent 2 seasons at North Carolina, then ruled ineligible. Ended up playing for a year in the D-League. I'll tell you, he could be a steal when you consider his NBA frame and prolific scoring ability.
First free throw is good. And trouble seems to follow this Hairston kid. This offseason, he got into an altercation with a high school kid during a pickup game in Durham. He's got to stay away from some of these issues.
Well, clearly he's had some bumps in the road, and the more you have, the more you think it's a pattern. So at some point, he's got to turn this thing around. Now, we know your rope gets longer the more talent you have. And he has tremendous talent. And the rope has been fairly long and loose, but at some point, he's got to tighten things up. And if he does, he'll be a factor in the league.
And that's a shot you can't